Welcome to Jam with Jordan,
Andrew,
and Matt, where, like usual, a bunch of swear words, talk about football. So we'll start out with week 13. I'm not gonna lie, we went into last week talking about how a bunch of these games are gonna be ass, and there's a handful of games that were pretty fun to watch. Like there's some blowouts, but there's some fun games there.
yeah.
The Seattle-Dallas game on Thursday, I thought Dallas was going to steamroll them.
I didn't think that was going to be ass, though. I didn't think it was going to be
ass,
great.
but I didn't think it was going to be like what it was.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like Thanksgiving all over again with Seattle just laying over and fucking getting killed.
Yeah,
Like, the games we knew were going to be ass were ass.
I mean, we thought, let's see.
Cardinals-Steelers was pretty bad.
Yep.
Falcons-Jets, dog shit. 13-8. Bucks-Panthers, even though the score was 21-18, still a bad game.
I guess, so Cincinnati-Jacksonville ended up being a really good game.
Yeah, definitely.
That game we thought was going to be fucking horrible. Like, I was super fucking pissed about it being the Monday night game, and it was fun.
Right.
KC Green Bay, we didn't think it was going to be like an ass game, but it ended up being pretty good. Pretty good to watch.
Yeah.
San Fran Philly was fun to watch if you're a Niners fan.
Yeah.
Dolphins Commanders game was pretty ass. For some reason, they were man covering Tyreek Hill. What was the stat line? It was like fucking 6 catches.
He put up like 100 plus yards in the first half.
Yeah.
Dude had
2 TDs and like
5 receptions for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns
in the first half, right?
What are you? No, that was the whole game.
Bro, what do you
it
got
might
in
have
the
been just one half.
The first
I
half,
didn't watch it.
he had like the bulk of those stats.
I didn't watch it because I saw that happen and I was like, yeah, this is stupid.
I mean, I watched the shit out of it because I got Tyreek Hill and some fantasy leagues.
I have Tyreek Hill too, but like,
and I watched them pull that. They ran that same DK play
yeah,
that they ran against Seattle.
when you're just running man on arguably the best receiver in the league, definitely the fastest receiver in the league.
Yeah.
What's happening? You're like, I understand you're trying to lose games, but dog, you got to put on a show. Some kind of show. Some kind of effort. There's going to be so many head coaching jobs opens this year. Washington's got to fire Rivera. Obviously, the Chargers got to fire everybody that's on their fucking team because how do you only score 6 points against the Patriots? That's, with all the firepower that's on your team, dog shit. Titans probably got to fire their head coach because...
I don't know about Vrabel. I don't know if they're going to fire him. If anything, maybe. I mean, they might, or they'll trade him to New England or some shit.
I just want to kick it back to the Tyreek Hill. He had his 2 touchdowns were in the first. He had 2 touchdowns in the first half. One was a 78-yard pass.
Yep.
The other one was a 60-yard. Dude had 130 yards off of 2 catches in that first half. He had more catches than that, but I'm just saying, if he had 150 total yards, 130 came in the first half.
If the Falcons don't fire their head coach, Atlanta should burn their city to the
I don't
ground.
think Smith's going to get fired either.
Dude, he's got to be the worst coach I've ever fucking seen in my whole entire goddamn life.
If they make it to the play, if they win the division,
there's no fucking way. Commanders fire their coach. Panthers got to fire. Oh, they already did. Yeah. Right. Dude, this is going to be an off-season of finding new coaches. People just need to start hiring old players because look at all the old players doing well.
And so we look at it though, like I forgot that the Dolphins hired Wes Welker to be the receiver coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like that's dope. That's exactly what he should be doing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, most teams hire
players to be like
ex-quarterback
to be position
coaches. Yeah. I mean, it's just smart. That makes sense. But yeah, the fucking like these games, outside of the couple of decent, like the Lions Saints game was. The Saints made it interesting because our defense decided they didn't feel like playing.
It's not the first week your defense started looking like ass,
I know.
bro.
It's getting crazy. Well, I mean, we need people to start getting healthy and coming back in a pretty bad way. Bruce Irvin looked good.
Yep.
Bruce Irvin
hurt Derek Carr?
He knocked Derek Carr the fuck out.
And we don't get all hyped up over injuries.
I'm not hyped over it, but it wasn't a dirty hit.
No,
if it was dirty, I'm not
going
to get hyped, but that was a fucking clean-ass hit, and he took him out. I mean, he starts hitting all those quarterbacks this way.
Anyways, Seattle-Dallas game. It's
That was a great game.
entertaining. DK looked really good. Gino looked better than he's looked in weeks. Like Gino looked like Gino from last year. Like we were talking match day. He made some amazing
Apparently, he
plays.
just needed some inspiration to
DK
play.
had the hat trick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had
dude.
3
I was gonna
touchdowns.
say, yeah. And fucking Dak, I mean, just adding to his potential MVP year.
If they beat the Eagles, I think he should probably end up being a lock for MVP.
Yeah. Which I'm really excited for. It's actually gonna be a really good game.
I'm super excited
Yeah, it's
for
gonna
that
be great.
Yeah, that'll be good.
There's some really good games this week.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Seattle still technically fighting for that wild card spot.
Yeah. I mean, they could definitely make it.
Yeah, which I mean,
Look at the bottom of the NFC.
yeah, it's rough. It's fucking rough, but like they can do it.
It's not like the AFC where good teams are fighting.
The thing is, I think they got fucking destroyed by San Fran Thanksgiving, and then they
Yeah.
played a really good game
Everyone
against
gets
Dallas.
destroyed by San Fran.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
saw what happened to Philly, right?
Right.
They fucking bent over. Like they tried. They couldn't do a goddamn thing to stop San Fran.
Seattle's still. I mean, they have. I forget who they playing this week.
Seattle.
Oh, San Fran. That's right. Yeah. So this is going to be a hard one for them, and they also have to play. They have a rough schedule, I believe, from what I saw.
Dallas has a super rough schedule to finish the year.
Yeah. So does Seattle.
Who's Dallas got the rest of the year?
I know they're the Lions at least once, or they're the Lions once.
They got Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions.
That is a rough last 4
And
games.
then the
Commanders.
last game is the Commanders.
Yeah. But we should have playoff stuff by then.
And they'll be sitting starters anyway.
Seattle has got San Fran this week, Philly next week. Those are both losses. The Titans. That's interesting. What, Philly?
It could be Philly.
Maybe.
They almost beat Dallas.
Sure. Philly's a different also, but Titans and the Steelers and the Cardinals.
Titans, Steelers, Cardinals are definitely super winnable games.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how good the Steelers' defense is. Their
Yeah,
offense
well-
is absolute dog shit.
Especially if
Yeah.
Trubisky's at the helm
Trubisky throwing some pick sixes. Oh wait, he
I
doesn't
think
do that.
Pickett's gonna be back. Shut up. Trubisky will fucking crumble.
He's
Right.
not. He's not Jordan. He's not Justin Fields.
now. Check down Charlie over here. Actually, maybe I should restart Jalen Warren tonight. Fucking dude's gonna get like 30 fucking passes out of the backfield for like 5 yards.
No, I don't trust any. If you're
I'm not starting anyone. I'm just saying there's a
I have to
potential.
start
There
Najee
is
Harris in a league, and I feel bad.
I'm saying there's a potential for those running backs to like a
Oh,
PPR
for
league
sure.
to get at least 10 catches.
Yeah, I have to start Najee Harris in the league, so I don't really feel too comfortable about it.
Yeah. So
Fuck
talked about Miami, Washington, just Tyreek Hill. I still think Tyreek Hill's got to be like,
MVP,
in the MVP
baby.
candidate.
I think he should
I want him to
for
get
sure
it
be.
so bad.
He
Like
should be a top 3
if
candidate.
dude hits 2,000 yards, like how do you not
If
give
he
it
hits
to him?
2,000 yards in 16 games, I don't even think there should be an argument for who should be the MVP.
I agree.
Especially if they make it to the playoffs
Yeah.
in the top spot.
That'd be dope. So yeah, what's the rest of Miami's schedule look like? Because I know it's
They got Buffalo once.
Probably easy.
they have Titans this week, Jets next week, Cowboys on the 24th. That'll be a fun Christmas Eve game. They play they got Titans and Jets next, and then they got Cowboys, Ravens, Bills. So those are all losable games.
I guess depends on where the Bills are at that point in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Just depends on which Josh Allen shows up, I guess.
Tyreek Hill right now is 15-1 for MVP.
That's crazy.
I'd bet on that shit.
It was a
Actually,
lot.
we should put some money on that.
He should be a 3-1.
It was like 40-1 like a week or two ago. I know. I wish I had. I know.
Yeah, we
Nah,
should.
Tyreek Hill should be a front runner. This dude is playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
The fact that Brock Purdy,
Is like the second
A conversation at all
favorite.
about
He's like
it.
the second
He's-
favorite.
he's a top favorite.
He has good games, but like look,
He doesn't do anything.
I know that's what I'm saying,
He
man.
doesn't
Like,
have to do anything.
that team
Like,
has so much talent
I'm
on both
not-
sides of the field.
Saying Brock Purdy's a bad quarterback by any means. I think Brock Purdy's a very good quarterback. I think, personally, he's top
He's
15 in the
he
league,
is
top
proof
10
that
maybe.
all we do is give like the fact that he's like in this conversation is like just proof that we give the MVP to the quarterbacks.
Right.
Which is fucking.
He's not even the best player on his own team. If they don't have Christian McCaffrey, they don't win anything. They're not even going to be touching another team.
No, I agree.
Like there's no that's
It's just we have to make this respect the run so much.
and it's
The quarterback
because
gets time. That
it's
offensive
because
line
when
is
he got
good.
knocked out of the game last year, and they didn't have another quarterback to back him up. So, because they didn't have a quarterback at all to back Brock Purdy up, they're saying, "Oh, Brock Purdy's the reason they would have won that." Like, no. If they would have had a different backup quarterback last year,
Sure.
like a third one, maybe.
Well, he was the third one.
Okay,
That's what
a
he's saying.
fourth
Like,
one.
there's nobody else.
But that's
right?
what I'm
Like,
saying, right? You're not going to win if you don't have a quarterback.
No.
Like, there's no. There's,
That's somewhat common
but
quarterback,
if you
right?
have a quarterback, you have a chance, especially when you have Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Eli Mitchell was doing well last year.
Yeah.
Like, you had a whole... Jennings was doing good.
No.
They have a whole team.
A lot
A
of
good
talent.
offensive line and a phenomenal defense. And you're telling me Brock Purdy's why they're winning games? When Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey are out, what do? They lost 3 in a row.
Purdy's a system quarterback, right? Like
Like-
it's not even so much that he's a system quarterback. It's just a really fucking good system.
Yeah. Oh, it's an amazing system. You can fucking put anybody in that system except for, like...
Derek Carr would probably fuck it up. Derek Carr would super fuck it up.
Mr. Trubisky.
Mitch
Mr.
Trubisky
Trubisky,
will
Jimmy
fuck
G
it
would
up.
have fucked it up. I mean, there's definitely, again, there's a bottom half of the league that would fuck up that team.
Yeah. And which is why I think Brock Purdy is a top 10 to 15 quarterback,
Sure.
but I don't think he's the reason they're winning games.
Just a really good
You
system.
are not the reason you're winning games, bud.
I agree. Again, it sucks that it's such like a quarterback, like, oh, we love quarterbacks, we have the MVP. Like, fuck that shit. Like,
Quarterbacks, I think they need to take a break from quarterbacks.
if
getting
Tyreek
MVPs
Hill
unless
gets-
they're absolutely dominant.
if Tyreek Hill gets 2,000 yards and they don't give him the MVP, like, the MVP is a fucking joke.
I mean, the MVP's been a joke for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, saying that, it's all MVPs in every league are a
Yeah.
joke. Look at the NBA. Their MVP award is a fucking travesty.
Yeah.
Like, Joker definitely deserved that MVP last year.
I agree.
They gave it to Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Because their concept of we don't want to give it to the same player every year is
Most valuable player. Which,
stupid.
the most
Like, think
valuable
about
player.
how many MVPs Michael Jordan would have had, Kobe Bryant would have had, LeBron James would have had, if they would have just set that aside and gone, yeah, we're going to give it to the
I
most
agree.
deserving player every year. We give it to Steve Nash over Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that was fucking
What?
brutal. Jesus. All right, so Denver Broncos, Houston game.
Good game. That was a great game. Houston Texans defense.
Yeah,
Whoo!
Russ.
They're looking better.
Russ looked like he's on fire a little bit. Like
Russ was good.
Under
I mean,
fire
he
a
threw
little
3
bit.
interceptions, but those weren't really.
I'll say they had like a stretch where they had no turnovers, and eventually they.
But
come
it
back
really
down to
wasn't
earth,
his
but- No,
interceptions.
it wasn't quite his fault.
They were bouncing off receivers'
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them was definitely his fault, but like a couple of them, I mean, you're gonna have interceptions eventually. Quarterbacks throw interceptions. That's just what happens. I mean,
I'm saying that Houston team is a young team.
Houston's good. Houston's gonna be scary good. I don't think they're.
Tank Dell
Dude,
being out
Carroll,
sucks.
other
Yeah,
teams
Tank
need
Dell
to look
getting
at like
hurt
what they did
fucking-
for rebuilding, right? Like look at Houston. Like they turned their season. Like we thought it was going to be years for Houston to actually figure the fuck out, and they got which I do think some of it has to do with drafting quarterbacks, right? Because it's such a crapshoot when you take a quarterback.
Yeah,
like look how many
100%.
first round quarterbacks that sucked ass. Like the Bears have had 3 of them. Just
They might have another one next year. We'll
travesties,
find
right?
out.
like it's such a crapshoot when you take quarterbacks so early because like
Yeah,
they're in
100%.
college. Who cares? Like
I mean,
it's a
look
different
at,
game.
Look at Zach Wilson.
I mean, it's
the
like
prime
Brady,
example
right?
right
Brady wasn't a
there.
first round pick. Like he's fucking end of the draft.
Yeah, this is fucking Brock Purdy's the last pick of the
Yeah,
draft.
like it's you just gotta like be able to step in and fill a role and actually learn.
Yeah, it definitely depends on how. College football is so much. This is my problem with college football, and why I don't really care to. I don't really watch college football at all. The rules are so much different.
Yeah.
Why are you not
Setting them up
following
for-
the
yeah.
NFL's rules? So you're training these players to play like they're supposed to in their NFL career. You're teaching them bad habits in the NCAA for them to transfer to the NFL, and they're not good.
We all know the
Almost
NCAA
every
is probably
single-
the one organization that is worse than the NFL.
100%. Almost every single Ohio State quarterback that's come into the NFL has been dog shit, but they've been incredible in the NCAA. Same thing with Bama, same thing with Georgia, and all these other high-profile teams.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, they come into the league and they're dog shit. Yeah, damn right.
Baker, bro, is he
bitch-ass
good?
Mayfield,
Absolutely not.
bitch.
They've just been fucking bouncing around, fucking journeyman over here.
Been fine this year.
No, he has
He's
not.
been alright this year.
He's in the worst division in football,
Bama also
and they're not
produced
winning.
Tua and Jalen Hurts.
Like I said, I didn't say every
No.
quarterback. I said most.
Right.
So if
Yeah,
you're...
but they also produce fucking what's his name from New England?
Oh, Mac Jones?
Did Mac Jones play behind them?
Yeah. But no, you're not getting away. Baker Mayfield is not having a good season. He's in the worst division in football with 2 incredible receivers and a decent O-line, an okay defense, and he's still not
Mike
leading the
Evans had to
division.
catch the ball
Why
from
is
someone to
he?
get the 1,000 yards 10 years
Why
in a row.
is he? Why are they not first in the division? Saints suck.
New Orleans isn't bad.
Saints suck.
Sure.
Derek Carr is their quarterback. I
Sure.
would argue Baker Mayfield's a little bit better than Derek Carr, but that's not saying fucking much because Derek Carr's dog shit too.
Baker's the best quarterback in that division.
Fuck it, who cares, man? Like, I can say so. Jesus, there's so much I can't say about that comment.
No, Jameis Winston's the best quarterback in that division.
Taysom Hill is the best quarterback in that division.
No.
Taysom Hill is
God,
the best quarterback in that
Without a doubt,
Shut
Taysom Hill is
the
the
fuck
best
up.
quarterback in
What
the
if you-
division.
If you put Jameis Winston back on that,
Bro, put him on this.
put him back,
Bucks.
put Jameis Winston back on the Bucks.
Yeah.
He was good. I mean, they made the playoffs when he was there,
30
right?
and 30 again.
Hey, it's better than not making the playoffs, right?
I don't think they'll make the playoffs with Jameis back there. I don't think it would be that good.
This year, maybe. Honestly, I would have taken Jameis all year in New Orleans.
Yeah, 100%.
Tampa.
Or New Orleans.
No, in New Orleans.
I wish he'd been the starter all year.
I mean, he'll be the starter for the next few games, so we'll see what happens. We're gonna find out.
Look, we don't wish injury on people. If Derek Carr never threw another fucking ball in the NFL, I would be so fucking happy.
He's gotten the concussion protocol twice in a month. I think he's gotten
They
concussion
need to
both
sit him
times.
down.
Yeah.
He just needs to walk away from the game. Like he's,
No, it needs to be a backup quarterback.
yeah, that's he could be a good backup quarterback. Someone gets hurt, you're bringing Derek Carr. Hey, it could be worse.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. But he should never be starting quarterback on another team in
Him,
the NFL.
Jimmy G, Baker Mayfield. At least Marcus Mariota decided to be the backup quarterback finally that everyone wanted him to be.
He really didn't have a choice. He kind of fucking got played
Exactly.
and got hurt. Like, I mean, yeah, it happens.
Marcus Mariota is not a starting quarterback either.
No, he's backing up Jalen Hurts.
Damn right.
Jeez. Let's talk about that Green Bay Kansas City game.
Whoop whoop. Won me the week.
Hey man, it did. I'm just saying, the reffing in that game
Was bad.
so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I know we complain about the reffing is bad all over the place, but like
And it
the
was just-
last like 3 minutes of that game
Dog.
was like 3 horrible fucking
It
calls.
started with that roughing the passer hit.
Yep.
When he was outside of the pocket, running for a first down.
Bro, and he wasn't even
Getting
out of
actually, he
bounds.
wasn't out of bounds, and
zone.
they called it. And I was like, here we go again. The refs are playing for Kansas City, and then
Think that
they
spot.
get the interception, and then we go back to Kansas City's ball again, and then that pass interference call that they didn't call.
Yeah.
Well, then if before the pass
Oh, the
interference
spot.
though was the spot, right? Like he
The
clearly
spot of the
stopped
ball.
forward progress, and
Yeah.
they ruled him out of bounds. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
And then the pass interference call that should have been called seems like a makeup call to me.
Oh, 100% a makeup
But
call.
like, dude, I don't understand. Like, you got refs need to start getting refs have to start getting punished for being that bad because that was on everyone's watching.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching, and they see this. And now,
Bro
if
tackled him on that fucking final play.
If
he was
Kansas-
never catching that ball.
if Kansas City
It was. I'm pretty sure it's him.
wins-
Yes, like he's not catching that ball anyways. But
if
it's still
Kansas
pass
City
interference.
wins, we got to hear about how Green Bay got screwed.
Yeah, you're right.
If Green Bay wins, we gotta it's just they made it so it's a catch-22. No matter who wins, we
Yeah.
gotta have a conversation about how bad your reffing is. That's crazy.
So
yeah, refs.
we've been talking about it all year. Kansas City is so like I don't know what that management was doing, not bringing in receivers. Like how? No one.
Hey,
no
remember
one.
when they had Tyreek Hill?
Bro, yes.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we
They
don't
had
need
Nico
him.
Hardman, and he wasn't even like horrible at the time. Like he was fine.
And then they were like, we don't really need Tyreek Hill. We'll trade him.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
They still won a Super Bowl without him.
Yeah. And now what's going on?
I mean,
You're
yeah.
telling me that
Oh, I mean, I definitely.
Juju Smith-Schuster was the difference maker the year they won the Super Bowl?
No.
Because that's the only difference they have.
I know.
Yeah, they still had Darius Toney. They had fucking.
I think
Sky
they-
Moore.
Yeah,
Sky Moore, yeah.
Sky Moore, Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Derek McKinnon, Travis Kelce. I mean, you saw the same people, give or take, but
But everyone's starting to age.
it was. Yeah, and
Travis Kelce's 32, 33.
He's getting slow.
Maybe-
Or not slow,
maybe
he's
distracted.
just up. I don't think he's distracted. I just
that's
think he's getting old.
distraction.
He's
Yeah.
getting older. That's what happens.
Eventually, it's gonna come around. Age hits everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely more of a credit to Patrick Mahomes last year. This year is just looking a little rough.
It's
I still think Patrick Mahomes is like no. I
Yeah.
still think
He's
he's
still phenomenal,
good.
100%.
Bro,
No, absolutely.
he's putting the ball in their fucking
That's what I'm
hands.
saying.
They just
It
can't
was
catch the
more-
goddamn
yeah.
ball.
I'm saying he's not the problem. Last year
he's
was more credit to him.
110, and him coming out and apologizing for saying he needs to do better is so ridiculous.
He's probably the best quarterback in the
He's-
NFL.
He's definitely the best quarterback in the
Coming
NFL.
on, I mean, good, I guess it's like good on him, like for like owning it, like for his
Yeah.
teammates. But fuck that.
But if I'm coming out to have a news conference, I'm gonna put it on who it needs to be put on at that point in time because it's getting ridiculous.
I just want him to come
Like,
like
at
these
some point in
motherfuckers need to
time-
catch the goddamn ball.
At some point in time, I get not wanting to call out your own team, but when it is glaringly obvious to every single person that watches the game of football, you gotta call them out. You gotta be like, yo, my receivers aren't doing me any favors. We need to get this shit together, clean it up, and let's go.
That receiving course got to be the bottom third of the
The
league.
worst. The worst.
They had the most drops, so yeah.
It's an
So
incredible
fucking bad.
amount of drops. Like I said, I don't see Kansas City making the Super Bowl. I don't even
I
see
don't
them
either.
making. I don't even see them making the AFC Championship game.
No, absolutely not.
It's also looking like this is the first year that Patrick Mahomes actually might play a road playoff game
Yeah.
in his career.
Well, he's going to.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's
there's no way
for
around
sure
this, man.
going. There's no way they make. Baltimore's for sure better.
and as I say, unless they went out in Baltimore and Jacksonville this fall.
Baltimore and the Dolphins are for sure better teams. They're 100% better teams.
Yep.
Better
The
defense.
Chiefs already beat the Dolphins.
Chiefs and Baltimore's
You lose
defense
games,
are
it's
close.
fine.
Sure.
They're comparable to each other, but the Ravens' offense is playing at such a
Oh
high
yeah,
level
I agree.
that it's better. Dolphins' offense,
I'm not.
there ain't nobody.
Can't rule out the Chiefs.
If you can't stop Jordan Love,
He looked really good.
you're not
though.
stopping.
He's
I know.
He's also looking really
I'm not
good.
trying to dog on Jordan Love. That he had a great game. I think Jordan Love's going to be a good enough quarterback.
I think that. I think.
But
in
if
a
you're
couple
gonna
of years,
compare-
you
if we're
guys
gonna
do need to
compare-
worry about that team.
If we're going to pair Jordan Love to Tua is
Oh, yeah.
twice as good as Jordan Love.
Yeah.
And he has the benefit of having Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert. He has A-Chain back. That team is fast. That team is so fast. Like, I don't know who's stopping them. Honestly, they are probably the scariest team in the playoffs now.
I agree.
I would probably change my Super Bowl to the
I'm
Dolphins.
so happy. I
Lions.
called such a good Super Bowl. Just to refresh everyone's memories
I don't
on
think
what.
the 49ers are going to do it.
So, Jordan,
Someone's
you-
going to get hurt eventually, right? That's just what
No.
happens to the 49ers
They already got hurt. It's
every
fine.
year.
You might be right. Baltimore. So Jordan, you call Baltimore Detroit.
Yeah.
Which
I still stand
for
on it.
contention. Still for
I'm with
contention. Andrew, you call KC and Philly.
I don't
not,
like it.
Not looking good anymore.
Repeat.
And I call it San Fran and Miami. And again, still very possible Super Bowl.
San Fran has 5 more weeks for players to get hurt for the season.
As long as they don't do something stupid like play their starters the last week, because
All
that's
it
what they do,
takes-
right? Like they play,
Yeah.
like they're blowing teams out and they're playing their starters way too fucking
All
long.
it takes is CMC,
I agree.
to go down.
He has to stay healthy.
and it's GG's for the year. Oh, and apparently Debo Samuel, because they can't win without Debo either.
If they stay healthy,
No, yeah, 100%. They're the scariest team. I think they're a Super Bowl team.
yeah.
I think they're a Super Bowl winning team if they stay completely healthy the whole year. They got the best defense. That defense is dirty as hell.
It is. It's very good. Let's see. Moving on. So we talked about it a little bit, but the San Francisco Philly game,
Dog walked them.
dude.
The first half, it was like that meme. Philly had him in the first half, and then the second half, woo boy, 49ers put a whooping on them.
That
Yeah.
was rough.
And that just shows that, well, the Eagles aren't using their running game almost at all for some reason. They've abandoned it. DeAndre Swift, first game of the season, what do you have, 200-something yards?
I mean, I think some of that has to do with the fact that San Fran's defense is really good, and
Still,
you
can't
get down.
abandon it was 6-0. They were only scoring field goals at the beginning of the
Yeah.
game. Why are we not using the running game at all? Like, you got to pace the game better. You got to do a little bit better. You got a good running. You got a great offensive line.
Sure.
Why aren't you running the ball more?
Yeah, if I remember, it turned into kind of like a dump it off to Kenneth Gainwell kind of game.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
you know,
not
Eagles.
going to win you.
I think Eagles will learn. I think Eagles still have time to be better. I mean,
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is top 5 quarterback is a top 5 quarterback
Sure.
in the league.
Yeah.
AJ Brown's a top 5 receiver in the league.
Jalen Waddle could be a top 10 receiver. It's not happening right now.
You mean Devontae Smith?
Sorry, yeah, Devontae Smith. Actually, him and Jalen Waddle are basically doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah, right. But
They're
Devontae
both,
Smith
like,
has been coming alive the last couple weeks.
Yeah. Last week was really like he got stats.
Yeah.
Like his numbers were good. Just he doesn't in the game like in the early part of the season he was like absent.
Like out of the second wide receiver on all the teams, I'd probably say Gabe Davis is the best out of all of them because he's very unselfish the way he plays the game of football.
I think he's
He
a
doesn't go
great
for stats.
player like to have on your team. But I guess if you're looking at his stat line, it doesn't look
He's not
that
going
way.
for stat. I mean, if we're talking about
Like
fantasy
he
football,
throws
sure.
great blocks and shit. Yeah.
If we're talking about fantasy football, yeah, he's not better than Devontae Smith.
Right. And I don't
But
think
as
he's
a
Waddle
number
either.
2 receiver, I mean, Mike Williams is technically the best number 2 receiver, but he has to stay healthy for more than 4 games a year.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen ever again. But yeah, I agree. Gabe Davis, as far as like a teammate, is like on the field, is phenomenal. Like,
I love Gabe Davis.
he
Everyone-
definitely is trying to get.
He gets hated on, dude, because of fantasy football. But dude's a fucking. I have him on 3 teams. When he gets me 0 points, I don't even feel bad because I know he's out there playing and doing what he's supposed to be doing. I mean, I don't hate players because of fantasy football. Like, I'm not gonna let players doing bad affect how I get. Unless you're Daniel Jones. Fuck Daniel Jones. I'll never fucking pick him up again for fantasy football. That guy's a piece of shit. I hated him beforehand. I hated him even more when I picked him up. But I'm not going to hate on a player because they have a bad fantasy football game as long as they're playing well.
I don't know, man. Like I like Gabe Davis as a player on the field. I don't want him on my fantasy team.
I do. Because there's games where he has like fucking 40 points for no reason.
I mean, he does, and
He's
it's not a risk I'm taking.
He's
yeah.
a boomer bust player.
Yeah, he
I
is.
like boomer bust players.
Fair enough. And then
I'm about to be in 4 fantasy leagues.
how many of
Championship
them did
games.
Davis in?
2? Maybe 3? No. One of the teams I'm missing, I have him in. But I'm in 2 leagues.
Alright.
I love Gabe Davis. It's my
How
guy.
often are you starting him?
I actually traded Gabe Davis in the 1 league.
Alright.
I'd start him every week.
Your bar 0-2 situation is rough.
No, it's not.
Anyways,
Well, when
I don't care
Kirk
about
Cousins
your
went
fucking
down,
fantasy teams.
I had Jordan Addison, so I started Gabe Davis
I don't care
instead.
about your fucking fantasy teams.
fair
I
enough.
do.
We'll move on. So Cincinnati-Jacksonville ended up being a really fun game to watch. I stayed up and watched
Yep.
the whole game, which honestly I fucking hate Monday night games
Speaking of
on
fantasy
the East
football.
Coast. This is so rough. Like, fuck, just start an hour earlier.
Yeah, overtime really screwed you in fantasy football.
Yeah, it really did. That game could have been over. God, that game needed to be over.
Trevor Lawrence goes down. He has a high ankle sprain, which just sucks.
Kirk
CJ Beathard
Cousins.
comes in.
Kirk Cousins, Christian Kirk going down.
Christian Kirk did go down. CJ Beathard came in and actually played pretty decent. I mean, I think no one has more just Cincinnati's defense not being that great, but that was an interesting game. Jake Browning actually played really fucking well, like 34 or 37, and the amount of the amount of yards he had was like. So the amount of yards he had was as much as Trevor Lawrence in all but like 2 or 3 of his games in his career. It was fucking insane.
No, he had
Yeah, it was a great game. Fucking.
The beginning of that game, though-
Well, Jacksonville was for sure going to the playoffs, but Cincinnati's still trying to make that fucking push to make it this year, which is fucking
the
wild.
beginning of that game before they took the reins off or that fucking Browning doing what the fuck he wanted looked so rough because they're just fucking throwing 0-yard passes to
Yeah.
fucking Jamar Chase. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, let him take 5 steps and just put it in the air and see what the fuck. Like, what is these those check down passes? I'm like, this is insane.
Listen,
I thought it was gonna be such a rough game. I'm like, this game's gonna suck.
listen, the Jaguars have to be the most cursed team. Have to be the most cursed team in football. These guys are trying to become. They could become the number 1 team in the AFC. They could.
They could. They absolutely could.
They have such a bad end of the year schedule. They had to win the Cincinnati game.
Yeah.
There's no reason they should have lost that game.
I agree.
But they let fucking whatever his name is,
Jake Browning.
Browning, shit on them. And it's not like they have a bad defense.
No, they don't.
They also
They
have a really
looked-
good offense.
They looked bad on Monday night.
Exactly. They also have a really good offense, and they look pretty stale.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe Jake Browning is just really good.
shut up.
We don't know. Maybe he's just really good.
We found another quarterback you're going to stand for. Good.
I'm going to give him a couple more weeks, and then I'll fucking make my decision. But yeah.
See if you're going to hop on that dick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think he'd love to, you know.
Jesus Christ. All right, and then a little bit of Zach Wilson drama.
Aaron
No,
Rodgers
that
said-
wasn't drama.
Okay,
I don't know, man.
Aaron Rodgers
I think there might be
knows
like a monicule of truth to it,
No,
right? Like,
I don't
there's
think
not a
there's
monicule
any-
of truth.
No, hell no. I think someone made it up because they wanted a headline.
Clicks.
Also,
Yeah,
as a
100%.
fucking organization, you should not let stuff like that come out. It shouldn't be leaked. Nothing like that should come out at all.
No.
It just because now everyone thinks you're more of a fucking joke than you already
Zach
are.
Wilson-
It was just really fucking stupid.
If Zach Wilson comes out and says, I'm not starting because I don't want to play for your team, that's career suicide.
I agree. I
You're not
agree.
good enough to come out and do shit like that. You haven't even put together a resume good enough for that. There's no way Zach Wilson said, and the team even said that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Jets came out and said it didn't happen.
Rodgers
Zach Wilson came out and
said
said it. Rodgers said it.
Yeah.
There's no way he said that.
I don't think
Some
he said it.
jackass.
Best, he was trying. I mean, maybe pitching the idea to someone. Hey, is it really worth it for me at this point in the season with the wear?
No.
There's
I
I
don't
don't even think
it's a
so.
play.
I agree. If he says that,
I don't
he's a
think-
fucking moron, right?
I don't
Like,
think
what else is he gonna
any
do?
of that happened. I think some jackass behind the keyboard put it out in the fucking ether, and everyone was like, Zach Wilson doesn't want to start. Dude, shut the fuck up. If you're a player
I mean,
in the
I
football
don't not
league,
think Zach Wilson wants to start.
oh, Zach
I
Wilson
wouldn't.
wants to start. He has to. Like, you.
He's
He's
gonna be
hanging
somewhere else
on.
next year as a
No,
backup.
he's not. He's
He might
hanging on by a thread to his NFL career.
Sure.
He's about to become Johnny Football in about 2 seasons and just be out the league.
Nope, that's probably
He's not
actually a really good
good
analogy
enough.
for him.
He's not good enough to be a backup. If you're saying you don't want to start for a team because they benched you, you're not throwing hissy fits in the NFL. And look at Antonio Brown. He was good enough to throw hissy fits, and he just barely made it out.
He
of
did
teams.
ruin his career from it.
So
And
you're
CCU
not going
might
to
have
tell
ruined his
me
career, but-
Zach fucking Wilson is going to throw a hissy fit, say I don't want to play, and still have an NFL career.
No, I don't think.
not
I
a
definitely don't
chance.
think it was all phrased like that or anything like that. So, but I mean, who knows what's gonna happen?
Oh god.
All right, let's get on to our picks. So last week, Andrew won it with 10 picks. Jordan had
Yes.
9, and I had 8. So that's another loss for me. So as far as the loss column, Jordan's got 1.
I still only have one baby.
Andrew and I both have 3.
Man, you guys are really taking the charge on this one, huh? There's only 5 weeks left.
We'll be alright. There's time for you to still lose much.
Okay. I could play it smart though.
Sounds very.
I did play it smart. It didn't work.
Huh?
We're doing playoffs too, or just regular season.
Just regular season.
Well, that's not fair.
I mean, we'll pick games where this is
We'll
for
pick
regular
games for
season.
playoffs, but yeah, this is gonna be
Yeah,
regular
yes.
season.
We're going to do this all the way through the Super
Are
Bowl.
we gonna pick the Thursday night
I was
games?
gonna say we.
I mean, we can still pick the Thursday night
The
game.
game has
Which
started.
is
We
7
did
to
just see
0.
Ezekiel Elliott score a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's currently 7-0 Patriots. Potentially the only touchdown being scored tonight. We'll see. You know how these guys, these two teams.
Watch this be a high scoring
Lowest
game.
over-under since 1993.
Well, it should be a high scoring game.
That would be some shit. And I really wish I put Zeke for a touch. Damn it, I'm really mad. Put that bet in. Fuck!
Anyways,
Rough.
are we going to call this game or are we going to skip this game?
We can call it
Alright, have at it.
last.
I'm taking the Steelers. I still think Jalen Warren and Najee Harris are going to come out and be like, hey, we're still really good fucking running backs, and just shit on them.
You think Najee Harris is gonna say, is just gonna come out and lie to us like that?
Yeah, 100%. I do.
Fuck me, man. Mitchell Trubisky throwing the goddamn ball.
Patriots
Right.
are trying to tank.
Right, that's my problem here. Is as much as I like to troll Andrew about Mitchell Trubisky, God, that guy's
Well, we
such
know
a
he can
tough-
just dink and dunk, and if he does it with Najee and Jalen, it could be okay.
It's true.
I don't know, like the Chargers tried to do it, they didn't let him get away with it.
The Chargers are
A better team than the Steelers.
Yeah, but I'll give you the Steelers
Trust
have
me.
an unfair advantage. Mike
I
Tomlin.
really hope Najee Harris comes out because I'm being forced to start him in fantasy football. I hope Najee Harris comes out and looks like he did 2 years
know what?
ago.
Mike Tomlin
I'm
is
I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm gonna take the Patriots.
I gotta take the
Fuck it.
Steelers.
This isn't like the Chargers because Mike Tomlin is coaching the Steelers.
That's
He's
fair.
a way better.
That offense, that quarterback is way worse
Oh,
than
I know.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, but Mike Tomlin, he's still trying to make a playoff spot, and he has this thing where he doesn't have losing seasons. And he doesn't fucking lose.
Right.
He's just gonna fucking win.
Exactly. I agree with that.
I mean, I don't disagree with
It's like
any of
goddamn
that.
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin's great.
Yeah. So is running backs.
Bill Belichick's good too.
Yes, he
And he has
is.
good receivers, even though not Deontay Johnson. Who's the other receiver that's being a jackass right now?
George Pickens.
No, it was Deontay Johnson.
There was Deontay
Oh.
Johnson.
Deontay Johnson, dude, that guy's a fucking jackass.
He is,
That
dude.
dude's talking his way off that team. What's up with Steelers receivers?
Maybe it's the coach.
Once their receiver becomes the number one receiver on the team, they act like such assholes.
Deontay Johnson doesn't deserve to act like an asshole though.
No, he's good, but he's
Like
not
the Zach
that
Wilson
good.
thing, kind of. Fucking, he shouldn't be saying stuff.
Yeah, but
Steelers-
Zach Wilson's not even saying stuff. They're making stuff.
No, I know.
Deontay Johnson is coming out and saying dumb shit.
And he had that play where he just didn't fucking throw
Yeah,
a block or
didn't
anything.
move.
Just- yeah.
Just watch someone fumble the ball, and
All right, next game we got Detroit at Chicago.
Andrew.
I'm gonna take the Bears. I mean, it was a good game last time in Detroit. I think being in Chicago will help out, but I mean, we win games we shouldn't, and if we can do anything to maybe slow you guys down a little bit, we're gonna fucking try. Hopefully,
yeah.
I not hope.
Is that the game you want to throw your pick away on?
Yeah,
All right, I'm picking Detroit,
that's
obviously.
fine.
Oh, please pick Chicago too.
There's no
Do it,
Matt wouldn't do it. There's no way he's picking Chicago.
Do it, Matt.
There is no way. Oh, Trubisky running, nice.
Give me them Bears.
Really? I'd like to change my pick.
All right, Seattle at San Fran. I'm actually pretty excited for this game. I'm still taking San Francisco.
Same.
Jordan. Seattle, San Fran.
Seattle.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we just watched the Bears game out. That's fine.
I
with
don't
me.
know. I wouldn't get that. I mean,
Yeah, we're not giving that away.
Houston at the Jets. I'll take the Texans. Are you
Damn,
not taking-
these games are that game's bad.
Are you
Houston,
not
obviously,
taking
I'm
the
taking
Texans?
Zach Wilson's not a better quarterback than Russell
Are
Wilson.
you taking the Jets?
Please take the Jets. Ooh, dude, I bet you won't.
I'm taking the Texans. No, I took the Texans last week against the Broncos. I like the Texans.
You hate the
I like the
Broncos.
Texans too, but I also like the Broncos.
All right, Rams at Baltimore. Ravens for me.
I hope it's such a good game. It's in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's a 7.5 point
Baltimore favorite. Yeah, I know. But dude, the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm taking Baltimore. I got burned last time I picked the fucking when I picked the Seahawks over the Ravens. I'm not doing this shit again. Fuck that.
Carolina at New Orleans.
That's such a bad game.
Taking New Orleans
Saints.
Yeah, Saints.
Because it's probably gonna be Jameis Winston.
Yeah, the man.
Best quarterback in the NFL in that division's playing that game.
Dude, if
Famous Jameis, baby.
Takes him out.
Jesus, I hate it here. If Derek Carr starts,
Eating them
dude, that would be
W's.
so dumb.
Indy at Cincinnati.
Good
I
game.
won't lie. Prior to Monday night, this would have been a very easy call for me.
I'm taking the magnificent mustached man, Gardner Minshew.
I was gonna say, does Jake Browning have a
Minshew
mustache?
magic.
Fuck.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Jonathan Taylor's still out. Zach Moss, dude. Fuck. I'm taking Indy. I want them in the playoffs over the Bengals.
100%.
That's fair. I like what I saw last
No,
week.
I don't blame you.
I think it's a fluke. I think it's a fluke, but I like what I saw. Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Dog shit game.
I think it's not that bad.
I think it's going to be a low scoring game.
I'm going to take a tie.
All right.
No.
I don't hate it.
That's zero
I don't,
ties this
I
year.
don't hate it at all. I'm taking Tampa. Mike Evans is having a great year. Fucking first ever player to have 10 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
He's the man.
He is a man.
I can't wait till he goes to Kansas City next year and breaks everyone's hearts.
That would be awesome. I don't know if it's gonna.
It's gonna happen.
Maybe. They're also pursuing Devontae, but
Let me get the Falcons.
Shit. I don't want to pick this game.
did they just miss a PI call?
No, Tampa Bay is who I'm taking. No, there was they called PI and otherwise it would have been a pick.
Oh.
Sorry, the game was on and New England just picked it off and they called a really soft PI.
Shocker.
It was soft. Jacksonville at Cleveland. I'll take the fuck, man.
CJ Beathard versus fucking Joe Flacco.
Such a dog shit game.
Ooh, baby. Amari Cooper stopped playing, right?
Give me the Jags.
Is Amari Cooper out?
I have no idea.
He got
I don't
cussed
think
last
so.
game.
They're a 3-point. Cleveland's a 3-point favorite, but give me the Jags.
Defense is good.
Cleveland's a favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, their defense is good.
And Trevor Lawrence probably isn't playing.
Beathard, yeah. I'm taking the Jags. Damn, we all just take. Damn.
Yeah, I took Jacksonville. I think our defense is fine, but I don't think that offense is going to be very good. I don't know, man. Minnesota is in Vegas. I will take the Vikings.
I'm glad they said Josh Jacobs is starting. I don't know why they had to fucking think about
I don't know.
that.
Yeah.
I don't
One
understand the
bad
whole thing. That
game
was
and
weird.
they were
Yeah,
like,
they had to really think about that. Like, we're going to evaluate over the bye to see who does the best for us.
Like,
It's like, what the
what?
fuck are you going to do? You're going to start fucking Jared Hall? And
Dude
fucking
has
get
one
concussed
bad
again?
game and Vikings are acting like they're too good to start.
And we're about to see him with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand
Yeah,
how
I'm
the fuck it
taking
was a
the
question.
Vikings.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Vikings.
I don't even think that game's going to be close.
I also don't. If we can fucking handle Vegas, like the Bears can handle Vegas the way they did, Minnesota should definitely do it.
Yeah.
Denver at the Chargers.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh yeah, baby, dangerous. Let's go. The Chargers are so dog shit. They just fucking put up 6 points against the Patriots, and are you gonna try and make an argument here? Dog, no fucking way. If you don't pick Denver, I'm slapping you. There's no fucking way. The Chargers are the worst.
Coach
They have
team in the NFL.
so much talent. So much. And you beat the Patriots 6-0.
They covered the spread.
Shut the fuck up. All I'm saying, there's stuff coming out this week about Brandon Staley saying, we're gonna, change up, how, the running game is going. I don't know, people were like, yeah, we want to see Eckler get less work. No, stop making him run the ball. Just fucking pass him the ball. He's a pass-catching back.
He is the most versatile back in the league. The last 3 years, he has led the league in fantasy points for a reason. This guy's an animal. He can catch the ball very well. Yards after catch, he's incredible.
But they're fucking throwing weak-ass screens because that O-line can't fucking sell it. Let him run a fucking wheel route. If they aren't... I don't know, what happened.
Like I said, I can't wait for this offseason when all these coaches get fired because this is hard to watch. You're telling me that you can't make the playoffs with Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Gerald Everett, a phenomenal defense.
Bosa's hurt, though, but...
He got hurt 2 weeks ago.
I know.
So
It's
not an excuse for the whole season, though.
I know.
And it's not like they're not in the game, other than, last week was fucking disgusting. But, they're in games and they just fucking... I think it's just shit play calling.
It is. They are arguably the worst coach.
Between them and the Falcons.
The Falcons are even better, but I guess the Falcons are in an easier division. So I guess, yeah, probably.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Dude, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
We've still seen them play, and
Shut
put up
the fuck
offensive
up. I don't
points
even
this
want to
year
hear
and
an
play good.
excuse for why you're
I'm just
picking
saying, we've
them.
still seen them play well offensively this year.
I'm taking the Broncos, and I hate
The
it.
Broncos have a good defense, too, though.
I know.
The Broncos' defense is just as good, if not better, than the Patriots. And you're going to fucking tell me that the Chargers is all of a sudden going to be like, oh, yeah, we know how to call plays the right way.
I'm hoping Justin Herbert doesn't listen to Brandon Staley.
That's not going to happen.
I mean-
Justin Herbert's kind of a bitch.
Fuck you. God, fuck you. Fuck you. Justin Herbert's the fucking man.
He's
Come
a
on.
softie.
Oh, man. Fuck you.
I hope the Chargers win. I'm still taking the Broncos, unfortunately.
Broncos country.
I'm not saying it.
Let's ride.
Buffalo at KC.
Buffalo.
I agree.
God damn it.
I also think Buffalo.
I'm taking
Buffalo's
KC.
Buffalo's fighting for a playoff spot. Kansas City's proven to me that they can't fucking win games they should be. Again, you think Jordan Love is better than Josh Allen?
No.
Do you think any receiver on the Packers is better than Gabe Davis?
No.
Okay. That's their second receiver.
Whoa.
Definitely not better than... Dude, who?
Christian Watson is playing really well. Romeo Doubs doing it in the fucking...
Hey, I already have a $100
Reed.
bet on Gabe Davis for Christian Watson, and guess who's winning that bet right now? For fantasy points.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis by a lot.
I don't care about your fucking fantasy.
This has nothing to do with fantasy. It has everything to do with their stats.
I'm still taking KC.
No,
I have Buffalo.
And in KC, yeah, I'm taking them.
I don't care where it
Where's
is.
that?
Kansas City never lost an opening night game in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes until the Lions came into town and bit them kneecaps, baby.
I know I come up with some stupid stats sometimes, but fuck that.
No, that was
the most
no.
annoying one. I know,
That was the stat
I know.
that every single station was playing.
I know.
That Kansas City never loses in the opening season as long as Patrick Mahomes.
No one likes you guys. It's okay.
No, it's not that no one likes it. It's that everyone dick rides Patrick Mahomes. Guess what happened?
They should. He's
Their
the best quarterback in the
receiving
fucking
core
league.
is trash.
Yep. And it didn't get better between last week and this week. So
I know. Buffalo, let's just
Buffalo's
lose these games,
trying.
too.
Buffalo is trying to make the playoffs now.
I know.
They're going to come out, they're going to get Stephon Diggs the ball about 5 to 8 times.
I'm pretty sure I'm the biggest Josh Allen fan in this room, and I'm still picking
You
against
are-
him.
That doesn't mean you're right.
I'm aware, but I don't like it, but I still think Kansas City is just better.
Philly is in Dallas.
That is the Sunday night game.
Is it?
Yes, there's 2 Monday night
Oh,
games.
there's. Yeah. How do we do that?
Fuck you, NFL.
Yeah, remember we got 2 shit Monday night games?
Yeah. I mean, the Tennessee Miami game would be alright. And by alright, it'll be great for fantasy. I'll take Dallas.
That's in Dallas? Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in Dallas.
Last.
So, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. Fuck Dallas.
We're taking Andrew.
Dude, Nick Sirianni versus Mike McCarthy. Gross.
Fuck Dallas.
Okay.
Fuck Dallas. Fuck Dallas fans. Fuck
agree.
you if you're listening.
You just broke. We have like 5 fucking listeners. And
We have
you
no
only
more.
have 1.
Yeah, fuck it.
Andrew, who you taking?
Yeah, fucking pick a goddamn team.
I am going to pick the Eagles.
Green Bay against the Giants. That one feels like an easy Packers win.
Tommy DeVito, baby.
Hey, shut up.
I'll take the Packers.
Yeah, I'm taking the pick.
I'm playing the fucking Packers defense in fantasy.
No, I agree.
Dog.
Thought we don't hear about your fantasy
The
teams.
Dolphins are a 13-point favorite.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to take the Titans then?
No. Definitely the Dolphins.
I assume it's this week, but I don't assume.
Like, these are just 2...
Again, bad Monday night games. Real
Like,
bad.
even at the start of the season, those were bad Monday night games to me.
Green Bay and yeah, no,
We
I
knew
agree.
Tennessee wasn't going to be great. It's not like they upgraded Ryan Tannehill,
It's true.
and now Nick Will Levi is starting, and still not good. They got DeAndre Hopkins, and still doesn't fucking throw to him. He actually has hissy fits and yells at Hopkins.
That
on
was
the
that was
sideline.
insane that he was yelling at him on the sideline.
Like, you ain't about to yell at me, boy.
Will Levis has balls, man.
Like, if I'm DeAndre
Just
Hopkins,
saying.
I'm going to look at him and be like, do you know who the fuck I am?
I honestly can't believe he did that.
I can.
And will Levis train him up and start yelling at DeAndre Hopkins?
These fucking kids nowadays, man. The disrespect is wild.
She got his ass whooped when he was younger. Kids be soft.
He's about to get his ass whooped in the NFL. He keeps talking to DeAndre Hopkins like that. I want to talk to DeAndre Hopkins reckless. That dude's got gold in his mouth. You know he's dangerous. he, ain't
on
nothing
that
to,
note.
he ain't nothing to fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Well, what's red and bad for your teeth?